Alright, good evening everybody. This is the speculator again at takeyourprofits.com, doing another in retrospect post-trade review. In this case it is for the for trade number 79 in the dollar Swiss franc market that was taken short yesterday, sometime in the European session if I'm not mistaken. Let's just get into that trade right now, into the Pro Trader dashboard. Let's look at the details as to what the set strategy looked like, and that was trade number 79. Yep, that trade was taken at 1:44 a.m. during the European session yesterday, or this morning, Wednesday. Yesterday, who knows what time it is anymore. Swiss franc, that was on the 1 hour chart. The trade authorization was trade number 79. This trade did turn out to be a loss. The set strategy was protective stops at 79.66. My entry was at 79.26, so it was a risk of about what is that, 40 pips or so, not much. And my initial target was to be taken off at the 78.73 level, with my second and third profit targets at 78.15 and 71.23 respectively. As you can see, I lost 40 pips, 39.6. The total loss after paying the interest on that bad boy was 152.34. That was a CTS9. The risk management parameters adjusted my entry to risk only a half a position on a probable 1.35 risk profile. That group has a 40% weighted win probability of weighted win percentage of probability chances of winning, with a 2-to-1 win-loss ratio, and the total group earnings have been $735.20 since the beginning of the year for that particular group. Let's take this now over, now that we got the set strategy, let's take this over to the charts. Now, questions I like to typically ask myself of in these analysis are, well, you know, did everything go as planned? Not really. What was planned? Well, what looked to be like a nice Gartley 222 opportunity, with an AB retracement at the 618 of XA, and with the ABCD completing at the 886 retracement. I had my targets somewhere around the past the 50% level. This was the final picture. As you can see, you know, this is very disappointing. I really hate these trades, but price came within probably one pip of taking out my first profit targets, which would have brought my stops to break even, and it would therefore have been a winner. This trade turned out to be a loser because of one pip. This was actually my error 100%. I know better. My typical rules are to leave my to adjust my stops about 10 pips ahead of the target, and I left it right on the Fibonacci ratio area. And you know, this happens sometimes, and unfortunately you got to deal with them. And my stop got taken out just barely on a hair, and that's it. Well, you know, the next most logical question really, after dealing with a trade like this, is what can I improve, and what steps will I take for improvement? You know, this is probably the most critical question, and really what I need to do is reenact the ROE add point rule that was written on the other website that just needs to be transferred into the methodology of this website. And every time a target is placed on the Fibonacci ratio, I need to adjust the target to 10 pips closer, 15 pips closer to my entry, and that solves that problem, and that turns that into a winner every time. As it is, it's only a small loser, so that's not a big deal. However, I do want to point out that on the other account that is not being tracked by this website does still show this trade ongoing. As you can see, stops, it hasn't hit the stops yet. It's in this particular with this particular brokerage, the market was a little differently, so it did not get taken out, but it did come within, I'm not even kidding, 1 pip of that target, and that target really should have been at the 80 level. I had initially set it at 80, and for some reason I had changed it when I was working out the set strategy. So the rule just needs to be, whenever I figure out, whenever my analysis comes up with a target, when I come up with the set strategy that actually enters the targets into the Pro Trader dashboard to dictate what my actual exit strategies are going to be throughout the trade management process, I just need to make sure that the entry I make is not the exact entry from the Fibonacci retracement profit targets that I take from the ABCD completion, but rather they should be adjusted about 15 pips to account for occurrences like this, where the market comes within 1 pip of my target and does not get taken out. This way I am guaranteed that my trades are winners every single time. So unfortunately that was not the case this time, but it will be from here on out. So it's just a little blooper that happened, I guess, with the change of the website features. I used to have that rule written down on the old website. Now I have that rule recorded on video with my voice, and that's going to be the old add point rule for the rules of engagement that state when the ABCD completion is measured with the Fibonacci retracements and the first profit targets are calculated using the Fibonacci retracements, then once I have those targets calculated using that tool, when I enter the actual target into my Pro Trader dashboard, I will enter that target 15 pips closer to my entry to guarantee that I will be taken out profitably, so that I can move my stops to break even, as would have been the case for this particular trade that lost in the account that I am tracking online, but has yet to be closed out on the other accounts that I'm trading. So this is my post-trade review for trade number 79 in the US dollar Swiss franc market. This is the Speculator, and I am signing out. Remember, take your profits.